Today we're going to do a trail run. We're getting real close to the end of the summer season. We're into October now, and I think this weather may not be sticking around for too much longer. Usually when it starts raining here, it rains for like 8 months and maybe stops a couple of times. So, figure we got the Bounder, might as well get some miles on that thing. Kind of do a test of the battery range of sorts. And yeah, the only problem is there was a lot of wind, and when you're moving fairly fast in a chair, it creates its own wind. So, anyways, a lot of the video is edited kind of weird because I had to cut out the wind noise and stuff. We will be doing some videos, some more, speak of the wind. There will be a couple videos coming up here. I'm going to show how to install the speed upgrade kit on this new Bounder, and then also kind of a review of their new updated chairs since I've gotten my last one like 7 years ago or however long it was. So anyways, here you go, enjoy. Now we're back out here on this trail again today. We've been down this several times in the past. I think we're gonna do a fantastic voyage. I'm not exactly sure where I'm headed, but we're in the new Bounder, so we can do this at a high rate of speed, anywhere between 8.5 and 10 miles an hour, depending on the slopes and all that stuff. I've reset the trip meter on this thing, and we're headed down here. I'm going slow right now because of the wind noise. I was trying to figure out where to go today. I wanted to go on some sort of trail run. I thought about maybe out by the Columbia River, but the scenery there is all exactly the same, and there's a highway right next to it with no guardrails, and also there's wind. So I figure this might be more interesting. We're gonna head towards Portland, maybe get some Hawaiian food, find something, but I'm pretty sure at the minimum we're gonna be going at least 15 miles out. So yeah, here we go. I am now just realizing that, seeing as how we're going about an average of 9 miles an hour, wind noise may be a thing, and I do not have the wind mitigation case on this camera, so we'll see how this goes. First part of this is ridiculously boring. We just have blackberries on both sides, blacktop in the middle, and occasional power lines. So I will check in a little bit when we get further down here. Whoa, camera's wigging out. Oh, this is great. I have never done this trail at a higher rate of speed before. We're going, what does that say? Somewhere between 9 and 9.5 down here. The nice thing is it's not hot outside today. It's gonna be a high of like 65, and right now I think it's below 60. I pondered bringing my hoodie with me, and I probably should have, but I'm hoping it warms up, or at least being in the sun helps a little bit. I keep forgetting having a 9 mile an hour wind blasting against you constantly makes you not as warm. So, well, oh snap, I forgot. We have coffee. I transferred the cup holder over. Coffee. It's a 32 ounce one too. It's a little tricky to get this giant cup back in here without ripping the lid off. The nice thing about this speed is you can pass joggers. The gearing I had on the old Bounder, which again was off-label and I screwed it up myself, but it was just barely faster than joggers, so I couldn't pass them. But now I can. Look, blue sky and more power lines. Now, we have a few different options for where we can go today. This trail goes all the way into downtown Portland, or at least on the east bank, and connects to another trail that goes downtown. And then also it goes way up through Gresham and into Troutdale, or up I-205 up by the airport to IKEA. The only problem with going up that route is there's a lot of camps and stuff, and the trail usually gets blocked going up that way. We could potentially head towards downtown and then take the train back, but I think taking the train back would be significantly slower than just taking this trail. So long story short, we're just gonna go down here a ways and see what I feel like. And at some point we're gonna get food. It's 11:30 right now. Once again, this is the boring part of the trail. It may or may not get slightly more interesting the further down we go. We've gone 1.8 miles so far. And our average cruising speed, I don't even know if you can see that. It's around 9.2-ish, so I am going to pull the battery on this GoPro real quick because it's been glitching every time I turn it on and off. And I would be so upset if it didn't record any footage for this entire trip. So we're gonna do the standard GoPro thing. Pull the battery out, put it back in, close the hatch, make sure it turns on. Okay, then we can plug in our little battery control handle here. Also, this control handle is crashed. It'll still charge the battery, you can see there, but I forget what button combination you press to reset that thing. But as long as it's charging the camera, I think we should be good. Yeah, you can see there it's charging. If this camera screws me over today, I'm gonna be so angry. But I think we should be good. There seems to be a bag of chocolate-covered raisins on the ground. Well, we'll just leave that there. Maybe someone will want a snack. Here's the Bridge of Despair. We're going. It's like riding a bathtub full of marbles. That's a hole in the ground. We're gonna try this one at full speed. I might regret this. Okay, we're not doing that again. We are 3 miles in, 3.1 miles in, and it's 11:40. Wait, have we gone 3 miles in 10 minutes? Was the math check out on that? Anyways, update. Everything's exactly the same. Shrubs, power lines. I think we might hit up a McDonald's that's up here in a few miles to use their bathroom or something. I don't know. There seems to be sounds of industry on the other side of that fence. What's all this then? In the footsteps of the Chinook, Johnson Creek something. People are writing things on there with Sharpies. Well, there's that. It's our favorite underpass. Let's see if I get any angry cyclists. Ooh, I should be careful. This is rear-wheel drive. Skidding to a stop and all that. Do, 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 do. Everyone is being oddly cordial today. I like it. Oh man, think of the picnics we could have here. Picnics. Okay. Wonder where this goes. Have we looked up here before? I think maybe we have. I feel like it goes into some neighborhood. Yeah. Goes into some industrial facility. Weird. Meh. Oh, I keep forgetting. Rear-wheel drive. You got to be real careful going down hills. Oh, man. If you've not experienced a rear-wheel drive chair, it's a completely different driving experience. It takes some getting used to, and you must be carefuling. Have I ever mentioned how much I hate Tourette syndrome? Especially when people see. Like, so I'm cruising on the trail, I think no one's here, and I'm doing one of these things where my head's just like, you know, kind of flying around like that, and kind of really getting into it. And then all of a sudden, oh, we're on your left, and they turn around, there's someone like right behind me. It's like, I don't know, I just hate how I look when that's happening, but what are you gonna do? It's a guy in a wheelchair. He's going to be making weird faces and movements. What do you expect, right? I will admit, though, that is the best thing about being in a wheelchair and having Tourette's, is people don't see some guy walking around flailing his head and arms around and wonder what the hell's going on. Instead, they see some guy in a wheelchair doing it. And in their mind, it makes sense. So, do I stop traffic or do I just wait and cross? I think we'll just wait and try crossing. Unless traffic is too busy. Because I'm nice like that. Oh yeah, we're good. Whee! I think we're gonna stop at this park up here. They have a public restroom. When you use catheters, they're usually on a schedule, and I think it's gonna take longer than I should wait to get up to that McDonald's, so we're just gonna use the bathroom here at this park and then continue on. More bumpy bridge. Yeah, we've made it out of the woods, I guess. I don't know, whatever. So this kind of curls around. By the way, this is the old Portland Traction Company railroad tracks. When I was little, I used to come down here, Johnson Creek's over there, when there was still train tracks, and go crawdad fishing. But yeah, now that's just a garbage slough that floods constantly because they keep building stuff up around here and it all drains into there and blah blah blah, whatever. By the way, city of whatever that runs that bathroom, when you don't have garbage cans in there, there's no place for me to put my catheters, so you get to pick them up off the floor, I guess. I don't know what else to do. Sorry. Well, wouldn't be GoPro unless even their handle crashed. Supposedly you press mode and shutter for 8 seconds and it'll reset. Let's see if we can do that. Not sure what indication it gives you once it's reset. Maybe it'll blink. There we go. Okay, so that is now reset. So we can try pairing it back to the camera. Connection successful. Okay, now it wants to pair again. Next. Setup complete. Okay, so now does it work? Hey, it does. It finally switches modes. I think we hit record. Leave it to GoPro to make a camera remote that crashes. I mean, it usually works and the battery will still charge even when it's crashed, but yeah, what the heck, GoPro. Continuing on. So we've gone 6.7 miles. It's now 12:15. Still haven't decided where we're going at the split down here. I think we're going to continue straight on towards downtown, simply because I haven't been that way in a while. All right, well, McDonald's is about a mile up here. I'm gonna stop and get some high quality food, and then we'll continue on. Let's see, if I press this button, it should stop recording now. Yes! So there was a guy just up ahead there on his bicycle, and he stopped and got off of it and then just like yanked it into the bushes. I don't know, there's some little path or something down there. Oh yeah, I guess there was. It was just funny though, because he stopped and almost looked like he just fell into the bushes and took his bike with him. Okay, so I believe we did a video a couple of years ago where we turned up this way, and we're not going to go that way today. Up there. We're going to continue on this way. Okay, let's see if we can get across here. underestimate the power of a baby stroller and a guy in a wheelchair. Wow, it's remarkably clean down here. I'm impressed. So we're going to cut up here to the McNugget holster. Oh, it stinks. Ugh. It's an open sewer back there. Good luck passing DEQ with your big dumb truck. It's the Department of Environmental Quality, aka smog, aka irrigated with a low quality sidewalk. Little wheelie action there. Now this driveway is sketch factor 5,000 right here. I don't know if there's a walkway. Okay, I think we're clear. All right. That was surprisingly uneventful. Oh yeah, looks like there is a sidewalk up there. Excellent. Ah, this is the one with the stupid doors. Man, someone tweaked the hell out of that railing. Back to the trail. Yeah, we're gonna continue on down this way, I guess. Like I said, I don't really have any plans. If I go this way, I can take the train back if I want, so that gives us options. So, I guess we'll continue down that way. Oh man, I have not been down here in a long time. So, right here when this was still train tracks, this is a bridge here, obviously, but we'd come down here and we'd set our crawdad crab pots or whatever underneath this bridge. Boy, it's a little worse for the wear. But yeah, that was back when this was still train tracks. Yeah, I haven't been down here in forever. Looks like standard swamp. Oh, this is not a high quality bridge. It's filled with holes. Oh. Let's see how this one works. How are these stripes so bumpy? Holy crap. The stripes were bumpier than the potholes. What the heck? So I had no idea that was an option. I don't have to keep an eye out for internal combustion mopeds. 8.7 miles into the journey, and we're back in sort of a little narrow section here. This is what they call Powell Butte over here, if you're from the area. And we're kind of going along next to Johnson Creek still. Eventually we'll pop out down here and then we'll be in the middle of rural suburbia. Looks like they might have redone this bridge. Oh, they did. Except for this transition. Asphalt. I switched to the ultra wide mode on this camera. I figure this is an aesthetically pleasing area. So enjoy this breath of fresh air for a little bit here of the nice wide angle of this trail and some blue sky and stuff. And presumably some bicycles that are about to pass me. It's actually kind of nice when they don't maintain their chains, because I can hear the rusty chains coming up behind me. And I know, oh, it's a bicycle. Okay, back to our regularly framed video. This is a really interesting little area. There's some guy wandering around with a stack of like 6 pizzas trying to get through this one gate, but there was no cars anywhere? I don't know. Back here is one of those areas where you best not look at anyone, or at least catch them, or at least let them catch you looking at them, or however you'd say that. 10 miles in, I'm not gonna lie, this is the most boring part of the trail. Like, it does look very nice, but it's perfectly straight for like 3 miles. And I don't know, it's just kind of like, are we at the end of this section yet? So you can just see as far as you can see, because that's how your eyes work, or something. I don't know. I should probably eat some of that food I purchased at some point. We'll find a spot to do that. More trees, more power lines. It's almost like this used to be a railroad or something, and it's surrounded by trees and power lines. I'm telling you, once you've experienced cruising at 9 miles an hour or more, there is no going back. I literally just skidded to a stop so I could read what someone spray painted on the ground, and I couldn't agree more. Pick up your dog leavings. That's awesome. Oh man. Well, this seems to be a bustling thoroughfare. Let's see if we can make them stop. Hey, look at that. It worked. I still don't understand how these blobs of paint are so bumpy. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so about the battery gauge on this chair. This has the lithium batteries in it, and lithium iron phosphate batteries are somewhat notoriously difficult to determine the state of charge on. You have to do some sort of current monitoring and also voltage monitoring. Now, the dynamic links control system can do both, and it does support the lithium battery voltage curve. However, it's still not super accurate. So on my old bounder, which had dynamic DX2, that battery gauge didn't support it at all. This one, we've gone 11 miles, and according to the screen, it's down maybe a quarter. And I don't know what the actual range is going to be on this chair. I know my last one that was geared pretty improperly because I screwed it up. I went 37 miles in a day once, and I still had 21% battery left. Oh, look, a concrete box. I think depending on conditions and things, we should be able to get like 40 miles or something. I'd say 35 miles is probably safe, but I am loosely basing that on nothing. I may install my own battery monitor on here. Flooding. I may install my own battery monitor on here at some point and do some more testing, but I say all that to say, they sent me a file to adjust the battery gauge on this chair a little bit. I loaded it on here, and it did help a little bit. Previously, if I went 2 miles, the gauge would be down to like half. Now we've gone 11 miles and we're down a quarter. So, let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40. Wait, maybe that's right. If we assume a quarter is 11 miles, and there's 4 quarters in a hole, and that's 40 miles, so, I don't know. Construction, for safety reasons, no trespassing. These are giant roots. Anyways, battery gauges. Free crates of filth. So that's the guy I passed earlier, and you didn't see it off camera, but he kind of gave me some eyeballs and immediately turned around and pulled in right behind me. I think he decided I'm not what you'd call a soft target. Okay, we are somewhere. There's a cell phone tower. Oh, a car crusher. Apparently some sort of wrecking yard. We're probably about 2 or 3 miles away from where I have to make a decision as to where we're going. Or something. I think we're gonna find a nice quiet spot up here to eat my foods. And then, once again, I have no idea what we're doing. We're just running around. So, I understand like they have some buttons that are a little bit taller than normal, but I don't think anyone even on a bicycle will be able to reach that. It's just really odd they put them so tall. It's like they were trying to accommodate people on unicycles, but not just normal unicycles, like the 6-foot tall ones. Ooh, it's a scooter. Okay, we have to make a decision up here at this overpass. This is the freeway. There's a path that goes north and south and straight ahead. It would be kind of cool to go north, but like I said, most of those pathways are usually blocked. If we go south, I mean, I don't know, we could go south. It's like towards the mall. But what do you do at the mall? It's like wander around and look at stuff. If we go straight, it'll take us down to kind of where I used to live and where the mailbox is. I don't necessarily need to stop at the mailbox right now, but I think we're gonna go straight. And then there's a lot of transit and train options down there. Oh, maybe we'll hit up the main Goodwill downtown. I haven't been there in a while. Yeah, let's do that. Good. Okay, that guy was pretty well set up. He even had a sweet go-kart that he built. And like furniture, dining room table, and some chairs and stuff. That's pretty cool. That's a bright orange steel plate. Oddly enough, people do steal those around here and try to take them to the scrapyard. Oh look, I'm a cyclist. I ignore stop signs. Yeah, I'm part of the club. I have made an executive decision. We are not coming back down the trail this way. For reasons. So we're gonna use the train to get back. And yeah, I think the plan is still the main Goodwill downtown. We were about 13 miles in now, and I think we should have plenty of range to get there. The train's gonna be really slow on the way back. I'll have to go through the middle of downtown and then transfer and all this stuff. So that's gonna take a while, but I think I prefer that than coming back this way. So it was right about here in the video where we made the hybrid gasoline electric wheelchair version 2 or 3 or whatever. It was right about here on the trail that we turned around. But we were coming from the opposite end that day. But there's nice little areas here where there's like water features or creeks or what do you call those things? Swamps. Yeah, swamps. Although they may have paved over this one and filled it in. Regardless though, it's still a nice day. So that last intersection's kind of neat. You cross diagonally through it, and they have sensors in the middle specifically to pick up bicycles. So I parked my chair right on the little thing, and there's a light that comes on that confirms that it detects a bicycle or me, and then turns all the lights red and you diagonal up. Here comes the tricycle club. And the oddly tall foldable bicycle club. They got everything out here today. Wait, is this a serviceable bathroom? I will be shocked and appalled if I can actually get in here. Oh. It's not very big, but it'll work, I think. You. Well, hats off to the crews that put up with all the turmoil and chaos I'm sure keeping that little bathroom open causes. It's nice to have a functional one out here. Oh look, there appears to be scenery, and it's on both sides of this bridge. Fancy. So I still haven't eaten my food. There's a spot up here I was pondering doing it maybe. But I kind of also don't want to stop. Actually, this next section here is 2 miles up roughly straight. Maybe I'll attempt to eat my food while I'm driving. Because now that I know we got to take the train back, I'm kind of in a hurry to get there before rush hour starts. We'll figure it out. I do believe the plan is we're going to hop on the train and ride it a couple miles up to that Goodwill. And what time is it? Currently 1:30. I think that'll give us enough time to hop on another train and make it back to somewhere. But regardless if we're going to take the train, we've got to head towards that Goodwill anyways, because that's where all the other like lines or spurs or, well, we have to go downtown to get to the other trains to get to where we need to go. Something like that. I think it's almost fall. The leaves are like almost thinking about changing colors. So windy. Weight limit, 10,000 pounds. Wait a minute. There's free books. What do we got here? The Short and Tragic Life. Something. Lean on the Offbeat. The Best of Iggy, eh? I feel like those are probably filthy. I mean, I like the concept of reading books, but we're just gonna leave those there. Alright, time to let her rip. This thing is not slow. I kind of like it. Alright, let's see what time this hoopty arrives. Wait a minute, I'm an idiot. Why am I taking the train? For some reason I completely forgot there's a path that'll take us right to that Goodwill. It adds like an extra 7 miles, but yeah, I don't know why I wasn't thinking that. I haven't been down there in a long time. It's the old path by my old apartment, down by the waterfront, or whatever. The south waterfront. Okay, we've gone 16 miles. That says half. I don't really trust the battery gauge in the sense that I'm pretty sure we have way more range than it says. So we are going to continue on down here and stay on assorted pathways till we get to Goodwill. Yay! I want to wait 11 minutes for the train. What is this? I'm gonna take a 90-minute detour instead of waiting 11 minutes. This is America. Wait a minute. What is this? It's like a toboggan with one wheel on it. Oh, it's the Snowmaster Snow Scoop. Oh, so you can shovel snow, and it's got handles and stuff. Interesting. Oh, Goodwill, $10. I'm so excited. Oh look, it's this one bridge that's in a lot of my videos. That was a big branch on the road. It was right in a shadow where I didn't see it. And it appears as though the GoPro has crapped itself again. So time for our second battery pull of the day. All things considered, that's not too bad. It's only crashed twice so far. Maybe more if you count the handle crashing, which is always an odd concept to me. All right, let's see if we even got our last clip saved there. Stop sign. Yep, we're good. Whoa, he ran a stop sign. Better pull him over and give him a ticket, huh? It's also extremely windy right here, so I don't know if you can hear me. However, we've been riding in this chair for 17 miles now, and I'm not sore at all. So I guess that means the suspension is good, or it's got good shocks, or the seating's comfortable, or all of the things, I guess. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Do I look more menacing in this chair or something? Everyone's been ridiculously nice to me today. Maybe just have that look like I'm gonna, like, you know, pound some fools or something. A little viewpoint right here, the Willamette River. Not a bunch of paint on the ground, but yeah, look at the river. It's nice and stuff. Update, we've gone 18 miles. We have trees, a chain link fence, and power lines. So yeah, everything is as it should be. Okay, so moderately steep hill with a cross slope, and we're still holding about 7 miles an hour. So not too bad. The cross slope makes a difference, because if you have to push the joystick to the right or the left, it slows down your overall forward speed a bit. But yeah, this thing climbs hills a lot better than my old chair did. But once again, that's my fault, because I swapped out the gears on it for ones that were off chart. Somewhere down here, there is a giant hole in the ground, sort of near this white line. And I almost always used to hit it when I lived down here. I think it's where this little grassy strip next to the fence goes away. I think it's kind of in that general vicinity, or just after it. Okay, so grassy strip's going away. Oh, yep, I see it up there. Oh no, they filled it in. Excellent. Used to be right here. When I used to live down here in this area, I was constantly using this trail to get into downtown and to some friends' places that lived, you know, kind of down in this area. I used to do it a lot in the middle of the night as well. It's interesting, in the woods here in the middle of the night, they have these random parties on the weekend. Like, you'll see all these RGB enabled bicycles cruising down the trail, and then you get down there a little ways and you just hear bass coming out of the woods. But yeah, pretty interesting. There's the river again. A few boats out there. Sidewalks on both sides are blocked, so let's see if we can access the other one over here. Okay, maybe. That's a sticker bush. All right, what I was saying earlier before the wind comes back, I can only take the train within about 6 miles of the van. That's as close as I can get to it. So this chair needs to, for sure, have 30 miles of range, or we might have a problem. We've got 21 miles right now. We've got 6, and then there's a few miles and a little bit of a buffer. I think we should be good, but definitely a test today to make sure we can get at least 30 miles. The Goodwill's about half a mile down here, maybe. Then we can catch the streetcar over to the light rail and then take that back. Okay, screw this place. I went in there and it's like completely packed with the carts they use to stock the shelves, and everyone else has a bunch of empty carts. I don't know. Anyways, I could tell. Actually, when's this come? Does it say? It does not. I could tell real quick that if I stayed in there was going to be a problem. So anyways, I guess now we figure out where to catch the streetcar at or what time it comes. Right behind you. Thanks. I'm now reminded why I don't come to Portland very often. I'm just making a beeline for the light rail. I'm going to forego the streetcar because other reasons. So it's about maybe a mile or a little less up here. I'll just have to brave the sidewalks and the pigeons apparently. And no curb cutouts? Are you kidding? How the on earth do you have a major street with no curb cutout? Again, how am I surprised? That's okay. Bombing down the sidewalk at a high rate of speed always makes me feel better. And it's nice sunny weather. My goodness, these sidewalks are bad. Oy. Oop, giant hole. Okay, we got a green light. Is the Subaru gonna stop? Yes, it is. The guy in the tow truck is screaming and I'm not sure why. I think he's screaming at me. This is where everyone's waiting to get onto the freeway that's completely stopped. So let's continue on here. Train's about 6 blocks up here maybe. Yeah, I don't know if we're catching this one. We might. Depends on what the lights do. It's gonna be a close one. Of course, that's the wrong line anyways. We will still try for it, maybe, if there's no cars coming. Okay, we're good. Tap the thingy. There we go. We've got 23 miles on the odometer currently. The battery gauge is showing kind of low, but once again, I don't think this battery gauge is 100% accurate for lithium iron phosphate. So we will see what we get to. I think we should be good though. I kind of forgot how much of a fester barn Portland is. Garbage everywhere and sidewalks and stuff blocked. Kind of glad I live in the middle of nowhere now, but the other thing too, kind of forgot that the fluorescent lighting that they have in the light rail trains flickers at just the wrong frequency that triggers my like seizure stuff. So not feeling super good getting off the train, but like now we're out here in daylight and things shouldn't get a little bit better. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be fine. We're 25 miles now. We're still cruising at about 8.5 miles an hour. This is very slightly uphill all the way back, but I think 35-40 miles is still kind of the real world range with these shares. So I didn't check the voltage before we left with a voltmeter. I will, however, check it when I get back and see what the voltage of the pack is. It's not super indicative of state of charge for voltage on these, but it'll be something at least. What is it with all the people riding dirt bikes down here? I mean, I guess they'd probably do it too, because you can get away with it. Like, it's not like the cops are gonna chase you. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I mean, I can tell the battery's got some miles on it. It's still pulling pretty good, but it's not quite as snappy as it was 25 miles ago. I mean, let's be realistic though, 25 miles on a power chair and still having plenty of charge left, that's a win in my book. Okay, feeling better now. However, this is where those stripes are like an inch thick. It's like some sort of weird rodeo washboard. Who puts on paint that thick? Like, do they get paid by the pound? Like, the more paint they put on, the more money they make? I don't know. Battery gauge is kind of leveled off. We're still cruising at about 8.4, 8.5 miles an hour. Again, very slightly uphill, but still going faster than any other production chair that I know of. Like, you know, Permobil or Quantum or whatever. Another time where I had to turn around and look at something. I get the distinct impression that they do not want people driving down here. So we've got some boulders, right? Then we cut a giant trough in the ground, you know, so you can't get over that. Then we got a bunch of logs, and then another trough. And then, as you can see all the way back there, there's logs in all directions. So, yeah. Pretty sure they don't want vehicles down there for some reason. I mean, I could be wrong, but like, I get the impression that's the case. I'm not sure how many more really nice days like this we're gonna have. It's like October or something now. I feel like summer is supposed to go away at some point. It was like 80 something yesterday. I don't know. I mean, I guess I shouldn't complain too much. When summer ends, it starts raining a lot. However, I live inside a building now, so rain is not as much of an issue as it was on the bus. I can just like open the door and go outside and grab something from the van. Don't have to deploy like 14 wheelchair lifts to do that. I'm also very surprised. After almost 27 miles now, I am not sore at all. I mean, I haven't gotten out of this chair yet. Downtown the sidewalks were not good, but out here on this path, I mean, all these miles, I feel pretty much fine. Again, I probably shouldn't say that until I get back and transfer into my other chair. Maybe in the morning, see how I feel, but I mean, this many miles in any chair, it's kind of revolutionary that I'm not, how would you say that? All my muscles aren't going, "Nyeh." We are the knights who say, "Nee." Oh, that's a speed bump. Woo! I did just realize, however, there is a problem with this bounder. I'm the only one that has one. So I can't run around with groups of friends on, you know, 8.5 to 10 mile an hour escapades. Everyone else is stuck at like 6.5 or 4.4 miles an hour. So group rides at high speed. I guess I need to like win the lottery or something and I can buy everyone bounders. Maybe we can go on rampages. Although I'd have to start playing the lottery if I want to win the lottery. I think that's how that works. Okay, we're almost to the van. We're still pulling up a very slight hill and I'm hitting like 9.1 to 9.3 miles an hour. And we've gone 28 miles. So, yeah. I think our battery is gonna last a while or something. Or it has range. I don't know what that means. Words. I require food. Oh, this camera keeps flipping out. Hang on. We've made it back into the van, and I'm gonna go, wait, do I have to find food? No, I have food at the apartment. Unfortunately, I have to battle quite a bit of traffic to get all the way back to where I live, so I'm gonna do that, and then I'll be back. Okay, let's see what our pack voltage is on this thing. Oh, and it looks like the gauge is saying low, but we're still at basically almost 26 volts, 25.8. I wonder what'll happen if we move the chair a little bit. Actually, let's push it up against the wall. Put some load on it. Oh yeah, it barely dips down at all. So yeah, we still have a decent amount of voltage in there. However, I do not know what the rating of that pack is. They're typically a little bit higher than the lead acid counterparts, but yeah, I mean, yeah, we did basically 29 miles today and still moves. Excellent.